Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Power of One. Today we're watching Rings of Power Episode 5, Partings. Thank you, folks, for joining us once again here at The Power of One. We have been enjoying Rings of Power thus far, and we are at the halfway point. There are 4 behind us, 4 ahead of us, and where we are right now is interesting. Galadriel has gotten Numenor to come help fight now that they know the orcs are amassing again and trying to form what the viewers know will eventually be Mordor. We've had people like Isolde introduced, which whether or not it's actually him or a descent or a forefather of the very famous one, but I have a feeling that this is of the time frame where the war will eventually happen and the great hero will rise and handle what he has to. Elrond has been dealing with the dwarves as they build the new forge for the Forge Master. So that's going along. Interesting. I like how they introduced the word mithril to the vein that the dwarves found. A mistranslation of an elven word kind of thing. So I really kind of dug that. The Harfoots are dealing with the Starman, who my personal theory is might be Gandalf. Um, I really like Nori. The actress is just putting everything she has into the role. Like, just her existing seems to bring light to the screen. I absolutely love it. Um, there's the issues in the South, which, if I'm reading the situation correctly, is actually the land that will become Mordor, is where those folks are right now. I could be wrong. Uh, there is a lot of little detail, place names, that kind of thing that I'm sure someone much more well versed in Lord of the Rings would understand better than me. But this is just from what I do know, the little bits they've given. But I think those people are essentially foot. So if they're gonna get out, they need to get out now. But it sounds like they're gonna be holed up in the tower against a orc attack. And the orcs are led by an elf who is gone down such a dark emo path that it's impressive. Adar, I believe, it translates into father. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of that. And all in all, this show has been bringing the feel of Lord of the Rings, the books, even Jackson's movies. It's had that fantasy feel, and you could almost sense that you're in a world that has magic. It's a show that I've very much been liking. All the actors have been just pouring everything they have into their roles. Oh yeah, speaking of pouring everything they had, let's not forget the shady dude. There's still something about him. I mean, Galadriel implied that he was supposed to be a king of the South, exiled from his own lands. I don't know, like, what king is a master forger? So we'll see what comes about that dude. But he's in Numenor, and whether or not he leaves when Galadriel and the rest of the Numenorian forces take off remains to be seen. We'll see. All right, though. Here we are at the halfway point, so why don't we dive into the back half of this show?
I will serve.
Before Sauron claims their lands for his own.
You have.
Oh, I wonder if Beardo essentially Aragorn's descendant. Like he, or was Aragorn descended from Isildur? I don't remember the whole lineage bit, but yeah, definitely familiar themes in the Lost King returning thing there, which is what made me think of it.
Perils between here and there.
Perils?
Like a danger. You know,
Danger, Will Robinson, danger!
you're good. Because you're here to help.
I do like that they're having him finally be able to start communicating more. Rudimentary language, obviously, but it'll be interesting to see how this develops over the last 4 episodes.
Come on, you can do us some good.
The sun is fast falling.
I was wondering if we were going to get any of this, because some of the best parts of Jackson's movies were the music that they brought, gave life from the books. I absolutely loved it.
Not all who wander or wander love.
I desperately wish that we could play that song for you. It was beautiful, and I absolutely love the lyrics. YouTube would skin us alive if I tried doing that, but oh, that was a good song. Absolutely love it. All right, who are these folks? Okay, that is one thing I've seen about the show is that shot right there was very meme worthy.
The part of me that knew its warmth as well. I shall miss it.
That's zealotry right there, pure and unadulterated zealotry. Like I know people that can't put their arm under a heat lamp at a restaurant without flipping out. This guy was essentially having his arm torched with a flamethrower, and he just chilled there because Daddy wanted it.
Our enemy vows to attack. In exchange for that.
Oh, that was another thing that we found out in the last episode was some of these villagers folks are still servants of the Dark Ones. Yeah, that one old guy was talking to the kid because he was the old owner of the hilt.
Deal. It's our chance. It's our time. Come with me, Conrad. Follow me, lad.
That's interesting. Because that's the kid with the hilt. And it's almost like he's having a moral debate with whether or not to follow that guy who used to have the hilt. So is the thing not like corrupting him thoroughly, or does he have a chance to fight it? This is interesting.
May we speak? Why wasn't I chosen for the expedition?
Thought you were going west.
Not anymore.
Yeah, plans change. We're going to war.
But you had your chance. And you made your choice.
Listen, Chucklefuck, the situation has changed, okay?
There are many who feel as you do. Not enough to sway him yet, but give him the right push.
And it must be you. He will listen to you.
When I speak,
Okay, hang on. It's not like she drafted these people. Like, they asked for volunteers in the last episode. Homeboy just said they have more volunteers than they know what to do with. So, these people are flipping their shit because the people they don't want to go volunteered? Yell at them, not the leader guy.
Linda, your visitors.
Duh. Y'all want a knife or a belt buckle?
My thanks, Lord Halbrand. I'm certain your fellowship will prove just as invaluable once you make landfall.
They're drafting him. That's how he's going.
Fungus. He's responsible, isn't he? The big fella.
What precisely do you expect me to do about it?
What you ought to have done at the camp. Take their wheels and leave them.
How is the big guy responsible for this? Yeah. Okay, I was just about to say there's something about to happen to her, but
Prince, one at a time, please.
and then both at the same time, wolves, because that'd be funny. So that's what, at least 5 or 6, or are they just, is there like 3 of them and they're just playing with them for camera angles? And see, again, I feckin' love Nori. What does she do? She grabs a stick and is ready to try and beat these things down. Wow, he just Hulk smashed the shit out of those wolves. Huh. So is it going to be the racism or the sexism that gets in their way first? Oh, joy, we're going to get the agile elf fighting. I was very much hoping for this when she said she was going to step up. Because we got a lot of that from Legolas in the movies. But not terribly much of it so far, to a large extent. Like, they showed a little bit of it when the archers were trying to escape from the orcs, but yeah. One hand tied behind her back, no less. That was awesome. Oh, it makes me wonder if Isildur's good enough to actually score a hit with her. Which would be how Isildur gets in this thing, because his dad promised to promote whoever hits her, which would mean he automatically has to be in there. I like this. And she's not being arrogant about it either, which is what I love. Like, too much of these kind of scenes, the person doing the fighting is just arrogant about it and purposefully, like, just messing with their heads. Like, she is actively trying to teach. Oh, here we go.
Help, you could...
Could what?
assert your influence.
Sometimes the folly of youth is enough to make an old man weep.
Right? He's talking about a full-out coup.
Sway Miriel's mind now.
And what makes you think Miriel's mind and my own are not as one in this?
Because my father would sooner die than take orders from an elf.
Yeah, but who says they're taking orders from an elf? Like, they still have control over their own feckin' soldiers.
I wouldn't dare stop that, not for all the salt in the sea.
And neither should you.
Yeah, because all the stuff they could get from a landlocked kingdom that they can't get on their islands.
Hey.
Oh, no! Oh no, this is gonna suck if she loses her hand. was gonna say, he just got goodwill. Now, did he hurt her? Oh, okay.
It bit southern for elves, no? Typically takes you people weeks just to decide to take a shit.
If I may.
Wait, tasking off its warriors? I thought they were recalling everybody.
We reserve its use for the most sacred purposes. Monuments or tombs.
So, where'd you steal it from?
Your Grace.
To the union of our two peoples, then. To the union.
Oof. Called him out hard, but seriously, like, what were they doing raiding dwarven tombs, man? What the shat?
Regardless of his race?
Does it justify lying to your king?
I wonder, High King, if it is in fact you who has been lying to me.
Woo! Elrond given 0 fucks.
Honor or duty, but
Oh.
a tree, within which some claim was hidden the last of the lost Silmarils.
The origin of Mithril was a Silmaril in a tree, and the roots are the veins of the ore.
Where for centuries now, it has waited.
Durin was right.
Then you admit the dwarves did find it. The ore.
No, he's right that you're a prick.
People. Meant ensuring the doom of your own.
Doom 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 doom.
Oh, does he need mithril for something because of the wither rot on the leaf that he saw?
That the light of the Eldar, our light, is fading.
Who else knows about...
Fading or being corrupted? There's a difference.
Wait. But in my esteem,
hell
it is
yeah.
by such things our very souls are bound.
Fuck yes, Elrond.
Let mine slip away on the basis of mere hope.
Hope is never mere, Elrond.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with him on that one.
Consider your oath. I suggest you find another.
Or, hear me out, go to the dwarves and be like, this is what's happening. Would you be willing to help?
Over by the time I get off the boat.
Just don't tell my father. He keeps crowing to everyone with ears. His future son-in-law's a war hero.
Sing! Come on, sing!
Oh, dick move, man. Dick move.
Right. What did I come to say?
A fairly lavish apology, which Ontama, of course, would have accepted instantly, but I wouldn't have.
that look on his face like, how dare you? Doesn't matter if you're right. How dare?
3.
Negotiate. Yeah.
Actually...
Ooh, lifted him up off his feet.
You're my oldest friend. And if you want to know the truth, you're probably still my best. But answer my please.
That poor guy. Is he trying to stow away? Oh no, this is somebody else. So he's trying to sabotage the boat. Lamp oil? Yeah, it's thick enough. It's probably lamp oil.
Are you about to burn the boat? Get out of here this moment. I won't let anyone know I saw you. Hand me the lantern. Don't.
Yeah, that's right. Struggle, because obviously nothing bad can happen.
He saved my life.
Covered for the guy.
He could have just left, but he saved my life.
Captain!
Yeah, his dad knows there's something else there, but he's letting it go.
Remember your faith.
Do you think I could forget?
We still have 3 ships. And your father's blessing.
Actually, about that.
Hey. Elrond, forgive me.
Forgive you?
But I did not tell you sooner.
He knew about the king's bullshit. That's what the new forge was set up for. This motherfucker.
Deceived me.
Or that you did.
But now our people are doomed unless I break an oath. Betray a friend.
Again, go talk to them.
Because he was the only one who could do it.
And again, why don't you just turn his talents to go talk to them and try and get the stuff?
You don't know what I did before I ended up on that run.
Did this guy work for the dark?
So will you.
Sometimes to find the light, we must first touch the darkness.
Really good use of the line from her brother.
By servants of Sauron, is that enough for you?
So this is about vengeance.
One cannot satisfy thirst by drinking seawater.
Then what is it? Why do you keep fighting?
Because it's the right thing to do.
From the evil I was fighting.
I'm sorry.
But still she takes up the sword to fight the dark.
Your sorrow cannot ease my pain. I know what a hammer and tongs is yours.
I mean, she's got you on that one there. I'm really wondering what this guy did, because the actor is portraying emotion very well. Like, you could clearly see the pain and regret in his eyes, with a little bit of anger.
Die in service to you. I pledge my loyalty to Sauron.
He's not Sauron, though. And somehow I think he's going to be a little bitter at Sauron. I don't know why, but he just seems the type. Because, you know, he's batshit crazy.
Walter. Walter.
I have to say, this old curmudgeon I think is going to do it just because he seems the type.
So lift your aim.
What you stand and fight for matters.
There's something you don't know.
Oh, he is going to... Wow! Okay, that was unexpected. Unexpected. Well, I mean, we already knew it was the Sword of Sauron.
How long?
Days. Maybe hours.
I was going to say, if that.
I can survive this, Bronwyn. There is a way. There must be.
Run like bitches.
There is one.
Run like bitches?
You are right to watch us. Because we are destined for the darkness. It's how we survive.
Despair can be a powerful thing. You lose that light of hope and you sink back into the darkness. Are they going to try and collapse the tower and... Oh, no, that's one of the signal fires, isn't it? from the original one. Light the signal fire, there's danger, maybe somebody will see it and help will come. Either that or they're thinking about bringing the entire tower down and like blocking the pass and keeping them in there.
You made it up, didn't you?
Of course you did.
Wanting a new table for years, so.
I love that smile, just that knowing grin on Elrond's face. I do that all the time.
Friendship but ambition. I did not know it. But I came for Mithril.
I like that he said he didn't know. Like, but still took responsibility for his part in it. And see, this is what should have happened. Like,
Of the entire elven race is in my hands.
So it would appear.
that's nothing small when you actually stop and think about it.
Of the entire elven race is in your hands.
He's a little giddy about it.
Whose hands?
Yours.
I mean, you may as well enjoy it a little bit. Because shit's about to get whacked.
Fetch your feathery shirts. Let's start walking. Don't thank me yet. Thank me after we find a way to convince my...
Yeah, it's like, I still gotta go home and talk to Dad. This is gonna be some shit.
Tell Disa the table's from me.
Don't push your luck, Elf.
I like that. Yeah, see, King Fuckwit? This is what happens when you talk to people. Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one. You got me with that. You got me with that, guys. I gotta say. And that is a nice touch that they didn't even go into the council session to show you what he said. They just showed the results of what he said. So from saving the dude, he got his spot on the thing. Looks like he's a peon footman, but he's still there. He got what he wanted. But now instead of 5 ships, it's 3 ships. Man, with those helmets and the tasseled hair coming out of it, could you imagine that in a storm? Whole boat of guys were like, I flip my hair back and forth, flip my hair back and forth. And see, this would be a good political move if he gave all the orders, because then they're not taking orders from elves. So 3 boats, 300 soldiers. I wonder if they're going to Sparta this shit. Like, have to hole up in a tower or something and just hold the line. Okay. Well, I really liked this episode. They went to pretty good lengths to try and set up the back end of this season. You have the Numenorians mobilizing and moving for war now. They are heading towards... again, if I understand it correctly with where they're heading for the humans and the elf in the tower that are trying to hold a line against the orcs as they're stomping across the Southlands. We have the threat to the elves. My first instinct is to say existential threat, but it's kind of not. Like, it sounds like it will be an actual physical effect to the elves that only the dwarves can help with. So it'll depend on how they're going to convince his dad to allow the elves to procure mithril in some way so they can deck everybody out. And we still need to know what Adar is actually going to do when he assaults the tower. You know, is he just going to surround it? Is he just going to walk past it? That's one thing that I never quite understood about a lot of, old school war spots like that. I know a lot of these towers was set up in passes and stuff like that, so you couldn't really go around them, but some weren't, but they would still go at it. I get that, if you went around them, you had the potential for enemy soldiers at your back as well as your front. But these are peasants. Like, walk around them. Leave like 6 guys in a catapult there and just start flinging rocks at them while the rest of everybody moves forward and grabs stuff. That's just me. But yeah, no, I'm still very much liking it. Oh my god, the music, the song that the Harfoot sang was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The robed guy doing spells and scaring the shit out of Nori. I don't think she's gonna run from him too much. Yeah, I think the whole thing, that moment just had her scared. She's gonna come back and be like, wow, magic, okay, what? But yeah, with him thunder punching the ground and knocking those wolves back, that was pretty awesome. And we still know absolutely nothing. And as he's doing the freezy thing to try and, I guess, ice his arm, you got the creepy music and the flashbacks to him crashing down to Earth, but none of that told us anything. The only hint that we had that anything sinister may be going on was the 3 robed guys that were investigating the crash site, but they just kind of looked a little creepy. They didn't actually do anything bad. So I'm one that in some of these shows, creative jukes have happened, so I'm not going to judge them just because they look creepy. But folks, thank you for joining me for this episode. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed what you saw here. Drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more. Make sure you eat something, drink something, take your meds, and remember that you are a power. I am a power. Together we are one power. We are the power of one. So let's get out there and use that power to change the world. Have a good one, folks.